Hi, my name's Colleen. I'm the manager for Brain Injury Waikato. My role mainly involves the coordination of the services. I also am the person that does our funding applications. We are a not-for-profit, and our income is mainly through generosity of donors and our grant funders. And as part of that, I love to be able to share the stories of how we're using the money to support those in our community that have brain injuries. The other parts of my role include coordinating and managing our support groups, making sure all the bookings are done, and ensuring that our communication are going out regularly so that everyone is aware of what's going on in the community each month. Brain Injury Waikato is affiliated to Brain Injury New Zealand, so there are 14 brain injury associations across New Zealand. We all operate under Brain Injury New Zealand. We all provide very similar levels of support, but we do operate autonomously from the national organisation, so you will see slightly different services provided in each region. You can go to the Brain Injury New Zealand website to have a look at the services around the country, and they have lists of resources available on the website as well. Brain Injury Waikato is steadily growing, both in the engagement that we have with our clients in the community, but also the region that we serve. Our area that we currently provide service to starts just south of Bombay, goes across to Thames and Coromandel, down to Rotorua, and then down as far south as Turangi. So our region for a very small team is quite large, but we have a really great team, and we can provide a lot of remote support. I can see that we're going to continue growing in the next 12 months. I would love to see our team grow, but that is reliant on our funding over the next 12 months as well. Brain injuries can look like so many different things. Often the easiest way to explain it is that it's an invisible injury or a disability. It really depends on each individual's experience with a brain injury, and that's why it makes it so challenging to raise awareness really well, because what one person may experience, someone else won't, and there are a really wide range of symptoms that you may have, and the recovery times are all so varied between individuals. One thing that is really common as a theme for brain injury is that people will say that they feel misunderstood just because it's not something that's visible. So if you've got a broken arm, you can see that there is something wrong, but you can't see that your brain is recovering from an injury. And so having to re-explain to people, your family, your friends, those that you work with, that your brain is recovering from a trauma can be really challenging for people. Brain Injury Waikato does not receive funding or financial support from the Ministry of Health or the ACC. We do receive some funding from the Ministry of Disabilities to provide navigation service for people that have been impacted by a brain injury from birth. But all of our other funding is through our grants and generous donations. We're always really grateful to receive donations and grant funding approvals. It's really important for us to continue our work to receive funding because we don't charge for our services that we provide to people in the community. Every little donation goes a really long way, and we're very careful in how we use the money that we are gifted to ensure that we're getting the most impact and support for those that we are supporting in the community with brain injuries. We always welcome people that want to volunteer their time. We do have projects that can be suited for volunteers, but the other things that you can do is share our messages, like and share our posts on Facebook and on Instagram, and let people know that our website has some amazing resources on there. You can also, if you've used our services before, you can support us by leaving a Google review or a Facebook review so that people can see how the work we're doing is supporting people. The other way that people can support us is to share their stories. So you can email your stories to our team, and so we can share those on Facebook or on our website, so you can share your own lived experience so that you can share it and then maybe help someone else as well going through a similar journey. Recent changes to the way the disability sector are functioning have caused a lot of concerns for people in the community and in those spaces that have been impacted. There are some really great online support groups through Facebook. If you search those up, you can find really great connections and people to talk to. A lot of them have in chat groups through Facebook, so you can join on their Facebook Messenger chat so you can talk to other people that are going through a similar experience, and uplift each other and support each other through challenging times. I have so many ideas for projects. Some of the things that we're working on at the moment that I'm really excited about is we have a peer training support workshop starting in October in collaboration with My Life, My Voice, which is going to be really fantastic to provide people that have had brain injuries, but also they may have neurodiversity or some other form of impairment or disability, a space to learn how they can support others that may be walking a similar journey. We have our health provider and community organisations seminar in November, which is going to be really exciting to have lots of providers in the same space together to network, but also hear the fantastic speakers that we've got lined up. And we have, the other thing that I'm just really thrilled about is our support groups are growing and improving every month. And if you haven't come down to a support group before, I'd encourage you to just come along and give it a try and see if it works for you, so you can meet others and can make connections in your local community. I really like my role because I can see the impact that it has in the community, and when I started in this role, I was really passionate about having brain injury in Waikato more widely known. This is because my sister had a brain injury 10 years ago, and we didn't know about the supports that were available. And something that I heard a lot as I started talking about Brain Injury Waikato was a lot of people didn't know that the organisation existed. So for me, what excites me about the role is to share the amazing resources that we have and connect people into our team as much as I can so that they can feel supported on their journey through brain injury recovery. I really want people to know that Brain Injury Waikato is a space that is safe for you to come and ask any questions that you might have about recovering from a brain injury, to get support or navigation to help you along the brain injury recovery journey. Our service is for everyone, not just the individuals that have had a brain injury, but for their support, their family, their whānau, and also community service providers and health providers as well. So we're a place for you to just come, get information and connections.